got very real.
Hello, and good day to you and yours. I hope this video finds you all doing well. As part of my goals, I said I wanted to take some old videos and edit them and put out some new content. I filmed my buddy's roast for his 30th birthday about a year or two ago. Shut up. Anyway, some of the jokes land and some of them really don't. And some were so bad I had to just cut them all the way out. And some of the jokes are inside jokes that you're probably not going to understand, but here it is. Hope you enjoy.
Good evening, everyone. So glad you all can make it out tonight. I'm sorry, my dress is too short, Will, don't worry. We'll get there tonight. Before I introduce our guest of honor, I'd like to introduce several people who admire and revere him. But since there's no one here like that, I'll just introduce him.
That's why I wear a plastic ring.
Patrick has a rule of always trying to make it to everyone else's birthday party so that they'll try to make it to his. So thank you all for showing up tonight and drinking our booze.
You didn't come to mine.
Otherwise, we would be alone in our living room drinking handles of scotch and vodka.
Yes!
But if anyone else wants to know where to find us next Saturday night,
We'll be there.
With kisses.
Will,
Okay.
stop talking.
Sorry. I thought you were being drunk.
Peachy needs a drink.
In a little bit, Patrick's going to stand up here and try to convince you all that he's an adult now that he's 30. As the woman that lives with him does his laundry, cooks for him, cleans up after him, finds his keys, wallet, and phones for him, applies sunscreen and aloe, and sometimes he even has to bathe him, I'm here to tell you that's just not true.
You got bathed by her, man? I think Ashley did like 8 of those. But not
He's also going to tell you that he's never known what it's like to struggle. And well, sweetheart, I imagine after the handle of scotch tonight, you're going to be struggling tomorrow. So. James Smith is here if anyone wants to almost make out tonight. And Theo Hyde is here if anyone actually wants to make out tonight. I see Pavin made it out tonight. Oh, that's a noob. Sorry. Christina is here to remind you all that she is still out of her league and that it's almost shot 30 times. Ty Mike is here. He is now an officially licensed professional counselor, which my husband might need by the end of the night.
Yeah!
Pavin could not make it, and I'm pretty sure that my stepmom, who was here a little bit earlier, is very happy because that's one less creepy friend to hit on her. So.
that happened.
If you're wondering who that tall man trying to suck my husband's dick is all night, that would be Tim Marshman. Fair warning, the hot girl talking to you all night, or ladies talking to your man, isn't interested in you. She just wants the scotch in your hand. Right, Kelly?
Scotch 30.
Theo Hyde would like me to announce that he is looking for a new roommate. He's also looking for a new dance partner, makeout partner, workout partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, someone to go wine tasting with, bocce buddy, and whatever he can get. And a beer. To the Gibbs and Yarbers, I'm not going to make fun of you tonight because I still want to go on your boat this summer. Sadly, Patrick's favorite girl couldn't make it out tonight, mostly because Mona would destroy this clubhouse, and I like having doors. Now, I'd like to introduce our roasters. Scott Phillips will stand up here and pretend to be funny. Michael Hyde will take a few moments out of his day-long bathroom shit to say a few minutes. to say a few words. Sutton will probably be yanked off the stage for going over his time limit. There will, as promised, be a surprise roaster. And then, of course, the man of the night, or at least the next half hour, my awesome husband, Patrick. But first, we're going to get started with Josh Steele. Or as some of you may know him, the hot guy in the corner with the man bun.
Well, I'm not applauding.
You can't see it right now. I've graded it. It's fine. Lots of times.
Josh has been known to fall asleep on bars with a drink in his hand, so just be on the lookout for him tonight. Just make sure he doesn't do that.
Oh, we got kicked out of that one.
Josh is always asking me to set him up with my tall single friends. So Theo, if you want to give him your number, he's available. Be warned, ladies, that long, luxurious hair may seem attractive now, but in a few months, when he's used up all your conditioner and broken your 4th hair dryer, it won't be funny. It is nice having Josh live near us again, because I'm always looking for a girlfriend to come over and braid my hair. So. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Steele. Sorry.
No, that was good. That was good.
Sorry, not sorry.
Come out swinging, huh?
I'm a hater.
No, it's fine. I was prepared for it. Thanks, Christine. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ, you people are getting fucking old. Just looking out, we lost the baby, right? No more babies out here. It's fine though. Like we can accommodate children. We have booster seats, right, Lance?
Thank you, Jen. You said it.
No, but everybody give Christine a round of applause. Seriously. She had the time and energy between wine glasses to set this shit up. I'm just saying she's a bit of a lush. Like, I'm pretty confident if a doctor asked for a urine sample, it'd have an olive in it. I remember the first time I met Christine. We were at a bar, right?
Yeah.
And she and Courtney had just auditioned for I Love Ray J. That's not a fucking joke. That fucking happened. And then she married Patrick. You really went the fucking other way on that one, huh?
Really? I didn't know that.
No, but it was great. Like, they were friends. They started fucking bumping uglies, whatever. And, like, they have a great relationship. They trust each other so much. She trusted Patrick to go away on a business trip to an Asian country. I would trust Bill Cosby to mix me a drink more than I would trust Patrick in fucking Taiwan. It was fun though at first. You guys were keeping it on the down low, trying to keep it secret. You know, it's about as subtle as Donald Trump's racism. Oh, God. Short and bitter. Hey, Lance.
I get it.
Anybody doesn't know, Lance is a lawyer for a family practice. He's so good at ruining relationships, he decided to make a career out of it.
Wrap it up.
But seriously, I would like to plug Lance here for some of the harrowing things that he has done. But we don't have the time. And those of you that know what I'm talking about, you can laugh.
He did it.
Talking about your hair.
I don't
So, Michael Hyde is here. I don't know Michael that well. I do know two things about him. One, I've never met you sober.
Same here.
And two, if you ever want a long demonstrative opinion from Michael, all you need to do is say, "Hello, Michael." His brother is here, Theo. Hey, everybody, look at Theo. Look at him, fucking smiling, goddamn psychopath. Fucking murderer psychopath. I would believe you did it more than Stephen Avery. Look at that smile. That's topical. Anybody that didn't laugh doesn't have Netflix, and I don't want to be your fucking friend. Ugh, 30 years old. Goddamn. I remember 15 years ago when we were celebrating Lances. So when I first met Patrick, he was dating a girl, Stephanie Kalman.
Oh, drop names. Okay.
For those of you that don't know, the only way that I can describe that relationship was it was like herpes. Every time I thought that bitch was gone, he had another flare up.
Yes.
I love you. But you know, it's good. You're 30. You're finally accepting you're no longer in college. You're not wearing college T-shirts anymore. You finally discovered what a goddamn comb is for. Seriously, the only time he ever styled his hair was for a fucking Jersey Shore party. One thing that we know about him, and everybody knows this, he's an Atlanta fan through and through. Loves his Falcons, his Braves, his Yellow Jackets. So you know he's used to rooting for losers. So you better hope he's not rooting for your goddamn marriage. But guys, seriously, like, he's a great guy. I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree he's destined for greatness, right? And skin cancer. Seriously. He gets a sunburn if he leaves the fridge door open too long. You seriously are Irish as shit. They're kind of known to be alcoholics. But I would really only say he drinks twice a year. Like, on his birthday, and then every day that's not his birthday. Like, seriously, if your liver gets any more, like, sloppy and bloated, they're gonna name it the governor of New Jersey.
That's a Christie joke.
Yeah, watch the fucking news, people. For anybody that didn't get that one, we'll go back. If you drank anymore, your liver would have a donkey follow around it, and they would save a magical kingdom. So I wanted to look up some more ginger jokes, but I fucking figured 30 years of this shit, man, you probably, you know, like, it's too much. I mean, shit, you only had to be a slave for 12 years for them to make a movie about it. That's about how I figured that one would go. But no, he's a passive guy. Like, everybody loves Patrick. He doesn't get into fights. I do remember this one story about you hitting a cement truck, though. Yeah, so that's where, when he roasts everybody else, that his gloves are coming off for me. But seriously, though, he's a great guy. Everybody loves him. And it's a testament that so many fucking people came out for this shit. So, happy birthday, man. And it's been fun.
roast her for about 10 years now, which is about 11 years longer than I hoped for. For those that have known Scott Phillips as long as I have, you know how much different he looks now than he did 10 years ago. And I know what you're thinking. It's too early in the night for bald jokes, but that's not where I was going. The major difference now, he actually has a cute girl attached with him. And I'm of course talking about his adorable daughter Taryn. Which means that someone actually had sex with Scott Phillips, at least once, on purpose. At your house. At my house. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Phillips.
Thank you, Christine. You're a bitch.
She's like, I know.
I tried.
She has red hair. They both do. They both do. All right, so I've known Patrick for a while now. He was kind of like a tag along when I started dating my wife. A lot of the stories I could tell, unfortunately, involve myself.
Yeah.
So I don't want to incriminate myself, and I'm not here to roast myself. And you also have to be a member of the Over 30 Club.
I've arrived.
Which you are, which I like to call the oldest fuck club.
Welcome.
Like my wife, and many of you here, you are now a member of this club. That's right.
I'm 30 wonderful.
You're wearing green shoes.
That's just a fact.
That you said you got from a black person's store. I'm sorry, Leighton, you're outnumbered. I had to go there. You literally did say that.
I got back up here for you.
We maybe have 3 black people, 1 brown person. I mean, close enough.
I count.
Oh, brown people.
Okay. Anyways, back to the Over 30 Club. My wife is a member. You are now a member. That's right. I'm not. I married up. Patrick, we're all surprised you were able to find someone to marry you.
That's fair.
We know it wasn't for your good looks or your money. So still, she's got the money.
It's true.
So still scratching my head as how you were to land a wife. Let alone one as cool as Christine. That's
You called him Paul.
That's the nicest thing I'm going to say about you tonight. But I will say I will be interested to see how it plays out over the coming years. We all know gingers aren't supposed to have happy endings.
Hey man, come on.
Unless you're visiting one of those Asian spas next to a gas station. Come to think of it, you did bring around a lot of Asians prior to dating Christine. Wonder if there's more to that than meets the eye. So Patrick decided he would poke the bear by trying to write his assumptions of how we would each conduct our section of the roast. He told me that I would probably look at the ground most. So because of that, I'm going to look at his wife's tits the whole time, which unsurprisingly are not making an appearance tonight.
It's very early in the night.
So we have a chance. So I'm sure everyone here already knows that Patrick's an asshole. I could talk about how he had a picture of his 12-year-old self on his ID until he was 25. I could talk about how he loses his wallet and ID in Las Vegas.
And
Or absolutely loses his cell phone and debit card and himself, literally himself, in New Orleans. But that would be in bad taste.
I don't know, Will.
Some asshole party.
So, obviously, there are only about 5 people here that are willing to roast Patrick. Either means we keep coming to your parties for free booze, you really have no friends, or everyone out there is a fucking pussy.
Yes!
It almost makes me wish Poppin was here. Almost.
The guy that never stops flexing.
By the way, Patrick, I'm sorry I have to do this to you. I know about the time my wife caught you masturbating.
Really?
I haven't heard this one!
That happened?
This is quiet time.
It was supposed to be.
Let's just say I walked to our house and your door was cracked like this much. And I was like, God damn it.
Learn to shut your door, bro.
Go on.
And no, there was no happy ending because she's not Asian.
No.
Patrick, you've been gloating and praising about CrossFit and how awesome it is. Been exercising almost daily. But let's be honest, you still look as fat as you did 3 years ago. It obviously isn't working. I mean, seriously, how do you not have muscle tone? Next thing you know, you're gonna become a fucking vegan.
It's just losing his mind.
Take out my material!
That's why I wanted to go second.
It's not there!
Next thing we know, you're gonna become a fucking vegan. And all we'll ever hear about is working out and kale. Pretty sure when that happens, Christine will leave you. And so will the rest of us. You remember when stereo strips saved your life?
You do.
You were such a pussy after that. All for diving in a pool of 3 foot deep. Now you have a fucking Harry Potter scar. So you like to think you post these intellectual things on Facebook. You try to incite conversation amongst peers.
True.
But really all you do is start a back and forth bantering between yourself and Michael Hyde.
You're very close. It's Blake and Michael Hyde.
We've all seen the shit Michael Hyde posts on Facebook. It's fucking ridiculous and we're tired of it. It's annoying and we all wish you both would stop.
Amen.
Wait a second, that
So
motion.
you say you're a published writer. You spend hours on end writing fantasy and stories. But who here has actually read any of it? For all we know, you're writing erotic stories about your homosexual fantasies. I mean, you do brag about your status on Reddit. Isn't Reddit all about porn? And by the way, anyone can publish something on the internet. It doesn't mean you're a published writer.
He cried just to this one.
I'm just up here making fun, man.
I know.
So I could stand up here and go on and on.
I get to talk after
But
you.
if you were at Patrick and Christine's wedding, you all know what it's like when someone goes on and on and on and on. So Patrick, last week, Facebook told me we've been friends for 9 years. That's almost a third of your life. For 9 years, we have been making questionable decisions together. I'm glad to call you a friend and appreciate your friendship. I love you. I'm looking forward to the future. Happy birthday. And someone give me a beer. And Patrick.
Okay, our next roaster is Michael Hyde.
Fucking 2 for 2.
Michael's wife Sarah and I have a lot in common in that we both dated Patrick. And I either of us would want to trade, and I know I don't want to trade. Michael has a unique pickup called the Teeth, and I'm not going to try to demonstrate because he'll be showing it off all night anyway. So. And speaking of showing off, like Scott mentioned, thank you for the refrain of the obnoxiously long Facebook post this week. It's a nice week.
It's your birthday present.
Michael and Sarah have an adorable tiny little dog named Kirby. To compensate for his size, they like to tell Kirby, "You're so big! Look how big you are!" Michael gets confused sometimes whether or not she's talking to the dog or him. It's not you, Michael. I'm not going to say anything else about you because, as Sarah keeps reminding you, it's not all about you. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hyde.
Well, so far everyone's pretty much exceeded my expectations. I thought I was going to be following Scott Phillips and that was going to be really easy. I do have this for Patrick. I need you to hold this in case you get really nervous or I get really excited. I need you to hold on to that. Just hold.
It's not down low, it's up high, right?
Yeah, it comes out of my belly button. Christine, our gracious hostess with the mostest, you're the one I really feel bad for tonight. I mean, not anything tonight, just, every night. You are married to Patrick, so, we all feel bad for that. Not really sure how you put up with him, but we all do love him. Josh, I don't know you too well. You seem okay. Did it with Patrick and Alan for I think over a year. You didn't kill them or yourself, so not sure if you're a martyr or there's something really wrong with you.
Number two.
Had a joke stolen tonight about the hair buns. That's a 2015 thing. It's all hair braiding now, but anyway, hopefully the Packers will lose in the championship round next year. So
He felt the burn.
It's really all personal.
Championship
If it doesn't offend you, I don't care. Really, just the people that I'm talking about. That's all I really care about offending. Give it up for Scott. I really think he exceeded everyone's expectations. I literally, I've got it written here. It's like I was absolutely expecting to say, I haven't seen a speech bomb like that since Alan at Patrick's wedding. And I'm here to tell you, you did a great job, Scott. You did a great job. Skeletor, you nailed it. But if you think about it, if you give Scott the opportunity to talk to a room full of people who didn't want to hear what he had to say, just to hear him speak, that's it, like water off a duck's back. That's pretty much what Scott does all the time. So
At least mine's in person.
that's fine. Oh, mother. Anyway, we go back to talking about Patrick. My mother taught me that I couldn't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Makes this kind of hard. So I don't really have too much to say about Patrick. Nice thing I'd say about him is he's the only reason that I've ever had a smoke. So I've never smoked anything. I've never smoked weed. I've never smoked cigarettes. I've never smoked cigars. That's kind of something I'm proud of. I work for a convenience store industry. That's kind of what we sell. I'm a vice peddler. But Patrick and I had the opportunity to go down to Mercer for just to hang out with some friends of mine. None of them made it tonight, but the Lambda Chi fraternity down there, and we only knew 2 people there, and so I was like, I'll bring Patrick, go and hang out. Sarah went to Mercer, and went down there, and after she went to bed and everything, went over to their fraternity house and decided to play beer pong. And I suck at beer pong. Rebecca can attest to you. We went 0-18, and then finally beat Pava and Noop, and you never seen worse.
Never played again.
Sore losers, and they'll tell you we were like 0-25, but we won that 19th game. So anyway, I suck at beer pong. Patrick's okay. So we sat down there at the Lambda Chi house, and nobody really knew who we were. And we started playing. We ended up being like the second or third game going. And I mean, if anyone's played with me knows I'm a real shit talker, whether I'm winning or losing. And but Patrick's a real shit talker, also whether he's winning or losing. And he just
Always winning.
we start running the table, and I'm making 1 cup, he's making 9 cups. I'm making 1 cup, he's making 9 cups. And then there's this short little guy for Lambda Chi that is up there for like the third or fourth round, and Patrick's just like, oh yeah, how you doing? Your mother, we're just destroying you. You've never played beer pong in your life. Just really talking a bunch of crap to the guy. And we end up beating him, but he is really drunk and got like a Napoleon complex or something going on, and just wants to fight Patrick more than you've ever seen anybody want to fight anybody. But if you know anything about Patrick, he's just so nice. He's just so nice, and he just wants to hug him. He just wants to make everything better and talk it out. And that guy just wanted to punch him like right in the face. And there are like 30 people there, and all of them know that, except for Patrick. Patrick, I just let me talk to him. And so even though we're running a table, that guy's he's like the treasurer of fraternity or whatever. He just wants to keep going on. So eventually we can't keep running the table. I have to drag Patrick, downstairs. The guy follows him downstairs. Other guys are holding him back and everything. And I have to take Patrick out onto the deck. And he's like, no, he's drunk. He's drunk. I don't drink beer. I guess that's a big part of the story. Is he would
Pause for a second.
every time we win, he would drink my cups for me because I only drink liquor. I don't drink beer.
One cup a game. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, so we go like 3 games in a row. Like he's toasted, and I'm totally good. He's like, I just want to make everything good, and I go, I'm gonna kill him. So I'm trying to take him out, and finally get him out on the back porch. And he's like, I'm just trying to go through the screen door. Like, no, Patrick. The only way I can stop him, there's this other fraternity guy out there just smoking. He's just smoking. And like I said, I really pride myself, never smoked anything. And I say, hey man, and Patrick knows this about me. I say, hey man, hey, can I get a light? So he hands me over a Marlboro light, and light it up. And I hear, and Patrick is like, I mean, his mind, you can just watch it in slow drunk motion over there. Like, and he you smoke? I was like, yeah, I only do it when I'm like drunk or, really stressed out or something. He's like, does Sarah know? And I'm like, no, man, it's like really a big deal. Don't tell her, like I don't do it, but don't. He's like, you should really tell her. I'm like, nah, I don't want to tell her. It's kind of like my secret. It's one thing. He's like, no, you need to be honest with her, man. You be honest with her. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, fucking hate you. So I keep that going until I finish that one cigarette. It's the only cigarette I've had my whole life. Asshole. So we walk back to our car. It's like a mile away. I drive your drunk ass back to Atlanta.
It's not
Sober.
But yeah, thank you.
So that's how that went. Anyway, what else do I have nice to say about Patrick? Not very much. It's a nice thing. So because you're so nice that you were really concerned about my health and my relationship with Sarah because you didn't want me to lie to her. That's how I took it. Did you take it a different way?
I have not a clue. First time.
Yeah, Patrick. He's a nice guy. Second story about how nice you are. Most people get you something for your wedding off your registry, but some other people, they might re-gift you some crappy gift they gave you. Not Patrick. He put a lot of thought into our gift. He was dating Stephanie Calman at the time, so sure 2 of them went into it together. What he gave us was the most ugly set of rags I have ever seen. Tan, white, red, no logo, no school affiliation, doesn't match anything anywhere.
But you used it.
It's really so special of a gift.
Covers
I can't-
right?
I can't even give them to anyone else. Such a heartfelt gift. I want you to know, I think of you every single time that Sarah and I clean ourselves up after sex.
You're gonna want to watch that. Best in every.
Speaking of Sarah, I'm not sure I stand on this totem pole anymore. A lot of you might know, Scott over here married Ashley. Lucky duck. Ashley dated me. I married Sarah. Sarah dated Patrick. Patrick married Christine. Christine dated Jeremy. Jeremy apparently dated Katie Martin for a while. And Katie made out with Theo.
Shocker.
Available for makeouts, is all we're saying.
I don't know how I really feel about how this all ended up and where I am on a total poll here. I kind of feel ashamed. My joke got kind of stolen here earlier, but the one thing every single one of us has in common with that is everyone almost made out with James. So, some of y'all probably didn't know that. You learn new things every day. I mean, some people act like I know everything. They say, "Oh, Michael, you act like you know everything." That's really not true. I always learn new things. There's a lot of things I didn't know Patrick didn't know. Theo likes to say that's so meta. It's pretty nice a few weeks back when my wife had to school Patrick about some baseball things about the 504 draft. It was a thing that he got to learn there.
Oh, come on.
But I don't really have anything else nice to say about him.
The internet.
But I do have some nice things to say about his mother. And I've already said some of those things to her, mostly whispered in her ear. And it's really good. But tonight's not about her. So say what you will about Donald Trump, you have to love that he gave out Lindsey Graham's personal phone number. So I was inspired to leave with Patrick's mother's cell phone number. And I swear to God, this was part of my speech before she actually called me this evening. As she often does. Because she was planning on being here tonight. But unfortunately, she is actually very sick. And she didn't want to give any of y'all one of the whatever, she's got the flu or something, she didn't want to pass it along. But she, no crap, she literally called me and she said, there's no one better I'd like to announce to everybody that I want to be there to give some smooches and hugs to my little boy Patrick. But in continuing the theme of what a nice guy you are, I wanted to share your mother's phone number. And if you got your phones ready, I'm going to give you about 10 seconds. I want you guys to all text her. And this really isn't a joke. My mother would love to hear, how great and nice of a guy I was, and the impact I've had on other people's lives. So if you could text this number 50. That number is 50. This is not a joke. Let's all text her and let her know that Patrick Thomas is he's just an amazing stand-up guy that doesn't punch anyone in the face at all, even no matter how short or long it's been since someone was mad at him. And with that, I'm just going to hand it off to Lance. And I don't have much to say about him other than the first time I met him, he did ask me if he could borrow my truck to help him move.
Apparently I should have given Michael like a 4-minute time limit. Jesus Christ, Michael.
I thought I got right.
Michael, you were up there for 45 fucking minutes. I gave Lance a 3-minute time limit, which we all know he's gonna go over. Which is the first time that Lance lasted longer than 3 minutes any time in his life. And as usual, he's thinking of Patrick the whole time. I knew that was a sex joke. I was saying that Lance is quick in bed. But you know, you were there once. Lance says he's always looking for a good Rita. Well, Lance, I think at this point in your life, you need to expand your horizons. There are plenty of nice girls not named Rita that you can trick into having sex with you. All right, Lance's dog sadly could not make it tonight, but like every other bitch in his life, they were very happy to see him leave today. Lance, Patrick likes to think of you as a brother, and I like to thank God every day you're not a member of our family. Ladies and gentlemen, Lance Sutton.
Damn! Man, I was warned about being too rough, but y'all fuckers brought the shit. All right. Man, I heard the man bun, but apparently Josh has a man crush on me. Fucking A, Josh. Man. So Josh, are you feeling okay tonight? Because everyone has clothes on. Is that unusual for you recently? I know I've heard some stories about you. You okay?
I could be better.
All right.
People could be naked.
I will say, so I haven't heard a speech bomb like Michael Hyde since Alan's speech at the wedding, so...
Everyone had that loaded up.
Very good, Michael Hyde, very good.
That was low-hanging fruit.
So I will say it's a very good-looking crowd out there tonight, not so much over here. Scott Phillips. Whoa! Everyone said you did better than you, then everyone thought that's true, because we had like down here is what we thought expectations. You did better than that. But we all will say Scott out-kicked his coverage when he married Ashley. I think we all agree with that.
Who's not applauding?
So my first experience with Scott was at PT's bachelor party. And that's when I learned that Scott Phillips is actually cheaper than James Smith.
Oh.
How did James keep coming up? What I heard firsthand, Scott is the only groomsman ever to make the bachelor pay the bar tab. Ever. Scott is so cheap, when he has sex with prostitutes, he asks for his change back.
I could see that.
He's laughing because he's like, I didn't have a coupon. Fuck.
I make him use coupons.
You're not the prostitute. No, I'm sorry.
I have to pay for that one.
Yeah.
But we all should congratulate Scott and Ashley on having their first baby. Thank you. Yes. All right. Scott Phillips, here's my card. Child support is a bitch.
It's all in your
Hold
favor.
on. You'll probably need this more than I will.
Seriously, who will pay me more? I don't care.
I don't believe that.
I definitely will.
All right, Josh Steele, the man of the hour. Ladies, he's here for your pleasure, apparently. I am more surprised than anyone that you actually came up here to roast BT, and not only that, you did a good job, surprisingly. I was roommates with Josh for 2 years, give or take, and I can tell you, I don't know a thing about him. Because Josh would never talk. It took me a little while to realize he creeped me out for a while, because Josh would sit down on the couch and look at you and not say a word. And then I realized later on he was having a conversation with you in his mind. And he would get up and be like, good talk. So ladies, later on tonight when he looks at you, he's not trying to undress you with these eyes. He's not doing that. He's having a conversation in his head about undressing you with his eyes. I am impressed with your comedy tonight, man. Fucking A. Damn, I never knew you had it in you. Fuck. Don't ever do that again. Seriously, I'm like, damn, I was not ready for that shit. Alright, Michael Hyde, the only man here tonight that can make Donald Trump look conservative and compassionate. Oh, fuck you, make me not want to be Republican.
That was good.
What was that? What was that?
That was good.
That's the best joke of the night, for sure.
Alright.
Get that reaction out of me.
So we have Miss Keller, Miss Thomas, whatever you want to call her. I had plenty of jokes lined up, but I was warned about saying half the jokes. But fuck, y'all did not get that message to me. Damn. But I'm gonna hold all my jokes back because I know how it works. If I would say these jokes, I would be put on probation. I would not be allowed back in the Thomas household, and then PT has to text me 3 months later, hey, you're off probation, you can come back over. So I'm gonna keep my jokes, you're spared for the night.
Lame.
But I will say, Christine has taught me a new thing. This baby reveal shit.
Gender reveal.
Whatever.
I know way
That
too much
right
about
there
it.
shows that you're old as fuck, because let me talk about that for a moment. Mostly Miss Thomas and other people here. So apparently this baby reveal or gender reveal, for those of you who are single or don't have kids,
This is Amber's fault.
baby reveal, for those of you who are single, thought that's when the man goes to the hospital and goes down south and sees the baby come out. Okay, that's baby reveal. Okay. Oh, no. Apparently it is a fad where now you must have a party to reveal the gender of the baby. That's what Facebook is for. Have a fucking party and say it is a boy or a girl. Yes, I'm talking to you, Scott Phillips and Ashley Phillips, for having a party that is stupid as shit. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't invited because I don't have kids. Okay? I don't need a party to just say, it's a boy!
It's a girl.
Whatever! Don't give a shit! It is the dumbest thing ever, stop it! Okay? Have a baby shower, get over it, and have a real party. Thank you, Miss Thomas.
I can't wait for your baby shower.
When I have a baby, never even happen.
Bring pretty too. You're short.
That's very true. I'm average height for a woman. You get over it. Alright, I'm sorry, but I see Blake back there. It's killing me, man.
Do it.
Dude, I did not realize Chris Farley from Black Sheep was in the house, man.
Got a van down by the river.
No, there ain't no van. You running for office, buddy. Love the outfit. Did Anu Patel run away? Oh, there he is.
Couldn't be closer.
Man, I cannot believe I did not see you out in front. Well, since Pavin's here, ladies and gentlemen, he is the least likely to get laid tonight. Where's Karen? Oh, she didn't make it. Oh, that sucks. Is anyone else named Karen tonight? That sucks for him. All right.
James.
PT says James might have an option. Dude, James, they've been busting your balls about not kissing girls, but almost kissing girls. Okay, seriously, when you go in like 3/4.
Stop it!
First time ever!
What happened? James, I am sorry. I'm really disappointed you not come up here tonight. That's pretty shitty, by the way. Alright, now the man of the hour, Mr. Patrick Thomas.
I get to go?
No, not yet, buddy. Calm down, okay? That's what you tell Christine. Alright. Now, I'm gonna give PT credit. Now, raise your hand if you were here for Pavin's roast as well. So only a small percentage. Some of y'all won't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about. That's fine. But when I text Pavin for Pavin's roast, I said, hey man, anything off limits? And Pavin texted me, yeah, ex-girlfriends. So I figured it was only safe to tell PT the same thing. I said, hey PT, anything off limits tonight? I'll give him credit. He told me this. You can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want.
Oh.
I can say whatever I want and do whatever I want.
Keep your dick in your pants, Lance. Thank you.
PT, you were hoping Christine says that later on tonight.
You're not that intelligent.
Now, with that said, I was given one limitation by Miss Keller Thomas here. She said I only have 5 minutes. So I'm going to apologize in advance. This is not going to last as long as I would hope for. That's something Miss Keller has heard her entire life since she's dated PT.
That's
I get mine.
Now, as many of y'all know, PT went to Georgia Tech because he could not get into Georgia.
Oh, fuck this.
That doesn't even fucking make any sense.
You think I give a fuck? Y'all a bunch of tech people here?
You
No.
went to fucking North Dakota.
That's just a fact.
Josh, I went South Dakota. There's something you've never been
Who
before.
gives a
Okay?
shit? What's the difference? It's the same thing.
We all know PT went to actually Georgia Tech because it has the largest Asian population in the world. I mean, seriously, PT has been through more Asians than the Chinese mafia, okay?
Can't get away from that.
Now, we all know PT is a huge Braves fan. And I think someone referenced Braves before. Josh, I think I have to agree with you. So what that means is, PT, you always finish first, but you don't always please the other person. It's okay, man.
I'm with you.
You always get there, but you never get the other person there. So one day the Braves are actually going to win the World Series again, besides 1996. Okay, it's fine. I was testing y'all. Man, y'all are bitter about not winning for 20 years.
How'd the Mets do last year?
The Mets have been to the World Series past
Not a
1995.
Hey, when'd they win it?
86. Second day.
I'm gonna throw a shoe at you.
Now, we all know PT is a secret writer. He loves to write stuff. Now, apparently Michael, I think it was Michael High who was giving him shit about, or Scott Phillips giving him shit about not being published. Well, that's fine.
I am published.
All right.
The internet doesn't count.
Yes.
He is really sensitive about this writing, but
I'm really sensitive about the 5-minute time limit. Jesus Christ.
in bed or later on? Because I know you're not used to that. Yeah. Is Ray J here? Ray J? I cannot believe you went black to white. That's amazing. That's amazing. Once you go black, you go white? I've never heard that before.
Lance, that's translucent. It's not white.
You used the SAT word. What the fuck did you say? Translucent. But we all know that PT loves a tan during the summertime. He goes to the pool more than anyone I've ever seen who's that white. It's amazing. PT, you're the only person in America who would ever die in a hurricane from skin cancer.
I'm only laughing because I feel your pain.
But with that said, I've known PT now for, God, over 15 years. Speaking of 15, that's the age you started like hitting on Christine's sister.
Oh.
I was told she would be here.
That's a Republican speaking right there.
Sir, dare to dream. Sir, that's great. That's great.
But in all seriousness, I've known PT for literally half my life. He's not only a best friend, he's like a little brother to me. Which means, as the older brother, he's had to endure my wrath, mostly on a tennis court, but
Beer pong table.
beer pong too. But most of the time, it is an older brother trying to teach the younger brother, but it's been the opposite with PT. PT has done a great job, and he's taught me a lot of things. So I'll give you a little advice as you enter your 30s, since yes, I am the old fart here who's in his 30s. Anyone else in their 30s? Anyone?
You are fucking in your 30s.
I don't feel as bad now.
Stand! Stand!
Stan Arnold.
Yeah. I don't feel as bad about that then.
30 wonderful. He's
So-
not fucking into his 30. He's
So PT, as you hit your 30s, this is what's gonna happen. You're going to gain a few things, you're gonna lose a few things.
What am I gonna gain?
You're going to gain money.
a child.
I've already got it. There.
You're going to gain your reputation at your job. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose your hair, I promise.
I agree.
And you're also going to lose your ability to drink and not have a hangover. So get ready for it.
Bummer.
But with that said, the man of the hour is turning 30, so everyone grab a drink. Put your cups up. Drink the PT turning 30 years old, and he is officially in the club. He's not old, he's just getting better of age.
Nah, he's fucking old. He's old.
As promised, I do have a surprise roaster. It is not what you think, but we're gonna start it now.
It's probably goddamn upset that we can make fun of him.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Hold up. Video.
Joey? Yeah. It's Joey. It's so Joey.
Lied to me.
It's so Joey. Is it Natasha?
Alright, first, the roast of Patrick Thomas. Seems unnecessary since the son does a better job of it than we'll ever do. Got the low-hanging fruit. Now I can move on. There are a few times where you can say that a friendship has helped shape who you are, and I can unequivocally say that Pat and Josh have both helped me grow as a person. And for that, I sincerely thank you both. But we're going to focus on Pat now, because one, Josh is probably too busy adjusting his man bun and his man junk to be as appealing as possible, and also wondering why he didn't get a callback audition for his Magic Mike XXL audition in the first place. And then two, Pat's turning 30 and has probably plucked a couple of straight gray nose hairs out, so we don't have any easy targets. More low-hanging fruit. I got it tonight. Pat, you're a one-of-a-kind dude. The open-mindedness and the wholehearted kindness you show everyone can only be matched by your indescribable passion for red-headed women and the Atlanta Braves. And Christine could not be happier about either one of those things. Too bad you yourself have to compete against an entire team of bat-toting millionaires for your wife's primary affection. You're a person who knows to treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. Unless either of them are UGA fans. Then you speak to them very slowly and draw simple pictures about why rain isn't Jesus' tears, or how they'll never regain the dignity lost from gargling Mark Rick's balls. Yes, that joke is for you. You've been such a bad, good influence in my life. You've always kind of been like the drunk angel on my shoulder. And I really, it's easy for me to imagine just you in many different times going like, dude,
I don't care.
we need to get you away from these hussies before they tempt you more. I got it. Let's go to the cheetah. We can see titties and still go love me our girls. Who's coming with me? And between our numerous inebriated escapades and confounding John Hart, your loyalty has been as steadfast as your infamously favorite honor toast. Something I'm sure you'll all be treated to later, if he can get it out before Christine punches him in the throat. You're also a fantastic catalyst for bringing people together and pushing just the right buttons for a great time. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have the pleasure of trolling Michael Hyde on Facebook. Tailgating a Braves game until we're half naked and someone gets stitches. Or knowing what Pavin's balls look like. Putting Pavin's smooth balls aside, you've never shied away from a challenge. And yeah, you and I will forever haunt Brian O'Keefe's nightmares at bar golf. Great story, different time. I'm more proud of the challenges you've placed in front of yourself and completed. The truly masochistic ones. The ones you've done sober. You know, like the Tough Mudders, the marathon and then working towards this half Ironman that you're training for. Dude, I gotta give it up. It's amazing. And maybe warding off a midlife crisis? The jury's out on that. So, sorry I couldn't be there in person. We're busy getting 2 feet of snow. But in any case, have a great one, and thanks for being such a damn great friend. And Meg, you have anything to say?
Happy birthday, Pat. Christine, do it now.
No!
Is someone videotaping this? I want him to see. Megan Nicole Crenshaw. I love you.
Good job, sir.
I was not ready for that.
How's that taste, Vicky?
Like failure.
So first of all, I would like to congratulate Patrick since he finally locked this up. And for those of you in the back who are hard of hearing, that word was locked up, not knocked up. Not right. But if someone can give me a shot, that'd be great.
Get on there.
Howie's on it. Everyone keeps asking when Patrick and I are going to have kids. Patrick says that we can start having that conversation after we go to Ireland. In other news, we booked a trip to Ireland in the year 2037.
You need to go this year. Georgia Tech game this year.
Yeah, in September.
We tried.
Yeah.
Eric's getting married that weekend.
Oh,
Asshole. Best man.
No, seriously, baby. I ask myself every day how you got so lucky. There aren't many people that would clean up after you, do your laundry, cook for you. All will you sit back and play video games.
But wait. A lot of us have done that.
Aside from your mother and myself, and if she were here, you would all give her a big round of applause because she's the only one that would do it for 18 years. And I don't think I'm going to make it that long.
He's going to leave you
As requested.
Thank you. Scott's much better half, Ashley, lived with Patrick for a few years, so she can empathize with me about having to pick up after Patrick and him leaving his pots around the house.
I never
Watch
fucking
him masturbate.
Scott, calm down. I'm talking about dirty dishes, not marijuana. Stop going through my shit. We don't do that. It's taken me some time, but I've finally figured out how to deal with Patrick when he's drunk. The secret is to ignore him. He got mad at me one night because he wanted to stay out after the bars closed. So he said he wanted to go to Chinese Buddha.
I mean, who would?
So I said, okay, we'll go to Chinese Buddha. On the way, he fell asleep in the car. So I drove home. He forgot all about it. I was scot-free. Patrick, I don't know what I would do without you. There's no one else that would put up with my Target shopping habits, my desire to be the girlfriend of the Braves, my need to go to Vegas 6 times a year, or put up with me on days when I'm crying because you got me the wrong cheeseburger. There's also no one else I'd rather share my days with. You're my best friend, and the best friend I could have asked for, and I'm very lucky to call you my husband. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Thomas.
Wow.
Hey! You fucking asked for it.
You did.
Hey, you made a Facebook event.
Actually.
Turned 30 years old, happy birthday. Here's a punch in the dick.
You asked for it.
You guys suck.
Mostly Bobbin.
Yeah.
Alright, so I had an idea going into this thing. I unfortunately drank a little too much before that happened, so I'm going to ask y'all to bear with me.
It's like 17 pages.
So I'm going to talk for a minute or two. Feel free to get up, grab a drink, walk out if you get offended. I don't care. I'm 30. I could care less. Holy shit. Getting old. I remember when I had a left knee and a right knee. Then I had a good knee and a bad knee. Now I got a crap knee and a shit knee. I remember when staying out late meant watching the sun rise at Waffle House. Not trying to make it to midnight on your own birthday without yawning. I remember when Pluto was a planet.
Good times.
There is a ninth planet, but no, you're an idiot. I've lived long enough to watch planets die. Alright. I guess I'll start by making fun of random people in the audience. James Smith is here. I think I've already said enough. James Smith is here. Just let that sink in. Blake Hoffmeyer is here. Taking one of his few daily breaks from reposting Vox articles on Facebook. Very independent of you to repost other people's ideas as your own thoughts and opinions. I assume you're on the clock while you're posting most of it? Congratulations. Ashley Phillips. Formerly Ashley Ham. Big year for you. Not only have you turned 30.
It was last year.
Technically.
How do you recover from that?
How can I get even uglier in the next couple of seconds? Not only have you turned 30 with your 29-year-old husband and moved well into cougar territory, you've also got a daughter now. You and your mom tits have moved well into MILF territory. Not bad for a year's work. Ah, shit, he's not even here. I gotta move on. Laura Stewart is here. Y'all don't even realize, you gotta give Laura a round of applause. Can we just a quick round of applause? Just real quick. Laura Stewart is the bravest person in this entire room. Laura let Eric pick me as her best man. I get a microphone at her reception in front of her family. Your entire family.
And you got one tonight.
Brave. Consider tonight a little bit of a sneak peek. Tonight is a confusing night for me. And not only because I'm turning 30 and senility is starting to set in. Some of you people, genuinely honest to God, confuse me. Take Will Edmonds. This man is a Marietta police officer, a U.S. Marine,
Cheers.
2 occupations for which I have an nearly unending amount of respect for.
Thank you.
Yet as a man, I have not even a shred of respect for you at all. It's weird, right? Nah, you pulled a hot wife. You can always fall back on that. God knows I do.
That's right, Christine.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
All right then. Let's talk about these friends of mine. Oh, and my wife. And Scott. I'm not gonna make it to the end unless, you know, like, we go like a little further into this. Like,
Yes.
can I get a little whoop whoop like that? One shot for one.
Hey, where'd you get that flask from?
It's a pretty flash.
That's all you got?
Flask from?
It's the mystery drink.
Some asshole.
It's
I'm going to start with the roaster who's endured the most to get here. The most. This person had to fight, scratch, and claw for everything in his life, beset on all sides by a system designed to keep him down. His family history riddled with generations of racial oppression and religious intolerance. I'm talking, of course, about Michael Hyde. We had a tough life, didn't we, buddy?
I used to live above a convenience store.
Middle to upper middle class white kids growing up in Peachtree City. We had to make brutal decisions over the courses of our young lives. Like which predominantly white college you wanted to go to with zero debt waiting for us at graduation.
But which one could I drive a golf cart to?
Peachtree City was like that.
We had to work all through college, knowing we didn't really need the money, but we just wanted it for disposable income. In your case, speeding tickets. In our first job interviews, holy shit, 2009, the Great Recession, no one was hiring. I remember, entry level was 3 to 5 years experience, they wanted all this, wait a minute. Isn't your last name on your company letterhead? That interview may not have been as hard as I was imagining. Holy shit, you had it even easier than me.
Super white privilege.
What are you so angry about? I'm gonna steal a Chris Rock line here and I'm gonna modify it a little bit. Tim, I know what you're talking about. Smile. You're rich. You're white.
I know.
So this is the part where I'm supposed to say something nice about the guy that I'm talking about, and that's easy. Michael Hyde is a term that he uses called doer. Someone who does things. He's not terribly creative. And Michael is definitely a doer. You'll never meet anyone more ready to rush out and have a good time or experience something, and whether or not his wife thinks it's a good idea, be damned. Because life is surprisingly short, and you don't know what you'll miss out on if you say no. I've made a lot of really good memories with you, buddy, and though we'll never agree on some things, like science, or facts, I'm looking forward to making many more. Cheers. These are for me, fuck you. Alright, so starting with Michael Hyde is like the T-ball of roasting. When the source material is that spectacular, the jokes write themselves. Let's move on to someone a bit more difficult, but not really. Scott Phillips. Scott, are you familiar with the term shooting fish in a barrel? I'm actually asking. I know you tend to be a little slow on the uptake.
Yeah.
Take your time, use your tools. Scott is that friend of yours who will tell you the same story 15 times and be surprised when you already know the ending. Stan, can I get a nod? Yeah. Scott is an idea man and an advice guy. And God, does he have a lot of both. When I told him I was running a marathon 2 years ago and my goal was to break 4 hours, he told me I didn't have a chance. He would know. He ran track in college. Well, my marathon time was 3 hours and 56 minutes. And then I pulled to that. What have you done with your life? Though I did finish at an absolute crawl. I think Sherrod ran that same race, actually. He spent the entire night before, which was Halloween, getting shit-faced and finished in 7 hours, got pulled up by the scab wagon. But you're not the one getting roasted. So my new goal this year is to finish a half Ironman, with maybe a full in the next year or two when I'm 31 or 32. God, I'm old.
30 wonderful.
I told Scott that.
He's so serious about that, too.
I told Scott my goal was to see if I could finish the half Ironman in under 7.5 hours. It's a half marathon, 50 some odd miles on a bike, and a 1.2 mile swim. You know what Scott told me? And I'm just going to quote this verbatim. You don't really have a chance. That's a long distance. I would know. I ran track in college.
That's 100% accurate.
You motherfucker. Scott is the epitome of a bro. And I mean that in all the good ways. He's a knowledgeable sports fan and a real fan. He actually likes the Braves last year.
And this year.
Oh, my tenses were off. God, I've been drinking.
Unfortunately.
He's a master beer pong player, and he can drink more Bud Light in one sitting than a group of high school seniors at a Kenny Chesney concert. If you ever need someone to help you move, watch the game, or just talk shit out, Scott will find a way to make himself available. And I've been happy for that on more than one occasion.
Unless you're Pavin.
Especially if he can get away from being a new dad for a minute or two.
Are you serious?
He's a good guy. And a great friend.
And a great dad.
And for proof of that, you need only ask the #1 Scott Phillips fan in this room, Scott Phillips. I love you, buddy. Cheers.
Yeah, maybe you want to fill it up this time, pussy. It's
kind of rude out here now.
You ain't hard.
Josh Steele.
Man bun.
You'll notice more men cheered than women. I'm looking at you, Myron. Thank you for coming. Josh Steele, the lone wolf, doesn't want any help from anyone. Josh is what you get if Joseph Gordon-Levitt decided to grow 6 inches, become less attractive, and was cast as Antoine the Gigolo from Deuce Bigalow. Those are just facts. You've all heard of Netflix and chill. Even you, Khaki. What you didn't realize was that Josh helped pioneer that. He was using Archer and chill to get laid way before it was mainstream. Josh and I were roommates for less than a year. 2 years, Lance? What the fuck is wrong with your 30-plus-year-old brain?
It was more than a year.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was definitely more than
Josh
a year.
moved out, asshole.
After the first year,
Look at that, he's right.
Lance, I'll put it this way. I never even knew he lived with you, man.
But
Dear not.
I lived out some things I only thought existed in
I
sitcoms
know who
because
Josh
of this man. Josh and I once convinced a group of 5 girls that our friend Joey was married, just as an excuse to party all night. I once third-wheeled on a date with the promise of meeting his girl's really cute friend, only to learn that there was no friend, and the real destination was an underage rave.
I forgot about that.
I don't forgive you. An angry ex, no names, once knocked at our door to return one of Josh's books. She was a little confused because he texted her at 3 a.m. the night before and had her come over to watch an episode of Archer. Josh was upstairs, so I took the book, but when she asked if he was home, I read the situation. No, Josh is not here. He's out volunteering at the animal shelter. Which he actually did do. Presumably to see if there were more Archer fans out there.
That was the same night you two had sex.
No names. No names. Cassie. Josh told me he was a shy kid in high school, and I believe him, because he has a lot of the same qualities as me. When I first met him, he was really good at math, terribly awkward around women, and didn't drink. Priscilla Roberts is here. I went to high school with her. You might recognize that as the 18-year-old version of me. We played tennis. It was cute. Josh and I both tweaked who we were in college to expand our horizons. Once we learned that college girls, a lot like high school girls, weren't interested in dating nice guys. But we stayed the same nerdy kids who got into tech because we could do long division in our heads and recite the characters from every Adult Swim show by memory.
Yes.
It was fun to have a partner in crime, even if the things we did were never really that bad. Well, maybe me anyway. You were kind of shitty. The almost year I spent as your roommate was by far the most interesting of my life. And I'm glad you continue to experience those things and allow me to live vicariously through you. Scott, vicariously means he's the one actually doing it. Oh, you do know. Oh, my bad.
Where we shot? Where we shot?
You don't want this shot.
Yeah, dude.
No, you don't. Go away.
Is
Lance Dutton. Where do I even begin? College athlete, high school tennis star, ladies man over at Kappa Sig, West Georgia chapter, represent. No one? Yeah, I feel What a prodigy you were. Such a shame it hasn't translated to the rest of your life.
Hey, baby.
This may surprise some of you, but Lance can be a bit of a hypocrite. I know. Lance is a good Christian boy. He believes in the word of the Bible and the sanctity of marriage, which is, of course, why he makes his living as a divorce attorney.
That was way less than I thought it was going to be.
Lance is, we go on. Lance is also extremely competitive. Easily the most competitive guy I know. Unfortunately, this makes him very hard-headed when it comes to admitting he's wrong, which is often. For example, Lance still believes that Ronda Rousey would beat Floyd Mayweather in a fight.
She won!
Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated 49-0 welterweight boxing champion of the world.
Nope.
Hate him as a human being, but I can't deny that that man is one of the best boxers of all time.
Ronda would kill him.
Ronda Rousey just got her shit rocked by Holly Holm. Holly Holm,
Who could beat Floyd?
a boxer. So Lance's new theory is that Holly Holm can outbox Floyd Mayweather. Priscilla was there. I keep coming back to you. Lance actually said to me, if Ronda Rousey were here right now, you wouldn't say to her face that Floyd would beat her.
Yeah, because she's hot.
That's true. First of all, if Ronda Rousey were here right now, I'd be doing my very best not to drool all over her while begging for her autograph and praying she didn't hear that shit I said about her getting her shit rocked. Because concussed or not, that bitch could kick my ass. And all of this, from the same guy who will defend to the death that the Confederate flag is nothing but a symbol of Southern pride. But he'd rather not talk about it when our black friends are around.
Please do a timeout on that.
And we've come full circle to the hypocrite thing. I can attest that Lance Dutton does not have a single racist bone in his body. One quick peruse of the man's porn folder will clear that right up. Blacks on Blondes, volumes 1 through 85. It's staggering. Such a complete collection. I'm genuinely impressed. I've got one more example of Lance being a hypocrite, and then I'll move on. I told you earlier Lance was a divorce lawyer. Excuse me, I've been drinking. But he also does criminal work. Did you know Lance once defended a 3-time DUI offender? 3-time offender. 1 time, by the way. How can anyone, in good conscience, defend a 3-time DUI offender? I'll tell you how, if you shut the fuck up. I love you. Lance spoke with the parole officer, not a cop, mind you, some asshole. And this guy wanted to send Lance's client to jail, lock him up and throw away the key. Lance decided to dig a little deeper. Found that his client was a war vet. 2 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan.
True story.
And this guy watched his best friend get taken out by a roadside IED when it hit their convoy. This guy was suffering from crippling PTSD. Scars he'll forever carry for the sacrifices he made for this country, and by extension, Lance, myself,
and everyone in this room. Well, Lance went into that courtroom, and he fought. He argued his client needed treatment, not jail time. And he won. Lance got that United States soldier the help he needed when so many other people might have seen nothing other than a repeat offender. Because that's the kind of man Lance is. When the cards are on the table, there is no one on this planet I would rather have on my side than you. You're my best friend, and I love you, buddy.
You're my little brother. Okay.
Cheers.
True story, man.
Oh shit, I'm still doing shots.
My wife.
Do I have to say it?
Yeah, you did.
Get her.
Take a seat, ladies.
Good, ain't she?
Can I get some? All right, got the nice stuff out of the way. Buckle up.
Oh, shit.
A lot of you know Christine, but you may not know everything about her.
I'm ready.
I'm here to help clear that up. A lot of you know Christine, but you don't know everything, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to help clear that up. For example, my wife is not a bitch.
Yes, she is.
What?
No.
She's the best bitch.
She's not a bitch. However, there might be people who would disagree with me. Anyone she's ever flipped off in traffic, the last 3 Asian girls had dated before her. Josh was spot on with that. I have a problem. Bryce Harper and the entire Washington Nationals extended roster. I could go on. But the point is, my wife is not, she's not a bitch. Yeah. She is hot though. Found a hot wife. Christine and I are at the point in our lives where the majority of new people we're meeting are couples. And I can just feel the judgment. How did you land her? In their eyes. I met one guy the other day, and he actually said to me, like, so you must be like really smart, or, like make a lot of money or something. And I said, I don't know, I guess Georgia Tech engineers. Oh, hot wife. I got it. Yeah, I don't know either. She could do so much better. I'm sarcastic as shit too. I don't know how she puts up with it.
True. Alcohol.
It's all true. In all honesty though, over the course of just 1 year of marriage, I could say that all of the best things in our relationship are because of Christine. She's been a wonderful wife, a great friend, and a terrific travel agent. Because she has no problem being in charge of either the schedule or the money. She takes care of Mona while I'm away. No easy task. And I'm like 95% sure she isn't actually cheating on me with the Atlanta Braves. Not one player, mind you.
Not today.
The whole team. That's what 5% of me still worries about. I knew when I asked you to marry me that it was the smartest decision I was ever going to make.
Yeah, right.
And you've proven me right. Even as your Target credit card statement works so hard in the opposite direction. Thank you for putting this on. Keeping Lance under 10 minutes was a feat in and of itself.
Under 10 inches, what?
I love you, baby. I'll steal a silly, overused romantic line, but I'll do it because it fits perfectly. You complete me.
Oh my god. All right, Tom Cruise.
She's never heard of it. Come on.
You had me at hello.
Cheers. All right. Kelly Bartlett, you're a Scotch girl.
Yes.
Come give this a shot.
With Josh? Thank God.
And I want your honest opinion.
Yes. You gotta drink it.
You gotta drink it.
Okay.
There, how's
Yeah. Honest.
That's apple juice.
Yep.
Bullshit, Patrick. That's apple juice.
Nailed it.
What the fuck?
Liar.
I want to kick you in the nuts right now. Hard.
You're fucking dick.
Don't be mad if you get cup checked tonight, alright?
In closing. Almost done. Don't worry. Thank you, Kelly. Let me say this. I'm gonna get sappy. If you want to leave, you can. I have led. Thank you, sis.
I gotta go too then.
I have led what amounts to an incredible life. I was born a white, middle-class American man at the turn of the 21st century. I have seen some incredible things. Despite what Fox News and Michael Hyde will tell you, it's a pretty sweet gig. Christine referenced this earlier, but I have never struggled a day in my life. Not when I look at the rest of the world and think about everything in perspective. I know fellow techies, dead week does not count. I've never gone hungry for more than a meal. I've never watched the lights flicker out or listened to the heater slowly die. I've never had to choose between feeling safe and expressing my beliefs. And I've never been denied something because of who I am and who I've chosen to fall in love with. I wish I could say the same of everyone, especially those people born in this great country of ours. But I can't. I will never apologize for the things that I've been given, be they from my mother and father's hard work, the grace of God, or even the evolution of our society. But I am well aware of them, and I try to do my best every day to pay it forward and ensure that everyone who comes after me, be it Abby, Piper, Cameron, Caden, Taryn, or Christine and Freddie Freeman's yet unborn child, Shipper Jones Jr.
God willing. Yeah.
God willing.
Here.
Hey, I'm in on that.
Everyone to have these same wonderful opportunities. My father, who is not here, asshole, taught me to love life and everyone in it. Just as his father, shut up. Just as his father, John Thomas, the man who I'm named after, taught him. He taught me to not only be tolerant of other people's beliefs and ideas, but to be accepting and welcoming of them. To take a piece of everyone I meet and use it to enrich my own life. As I look around at everything I have now, I want to thank all of you guys for helping me get there. 30 years have come and gone. But as long as I have people like you with me, I just might make it to 35. Cheers, everyone, and God bless.
Who wants a shot?
Yes!
Bullshit as fuck.
Patrick, you're old as fuck. Yeah, okay. Patrick, you're old, but you know you're aging like fine wine. Whatever, you married up, so you're okay. For two reasons.
And we still love you.
You might taste better as you get older, but two, you're gonna prune quite a bit.
What are you gonna say?
Hey, you're not as old as me.
Whatever, you're still
At least
old.
you love scotch. That's all that counts.
Scotch.
Scotch.
30 is where it starts.
Happy birthday, Patrick! Happy birthday, Patrick. Haven't known you too long, but thanks for showing me all your white privilege.
Great party.
Patrick, happy 30th. You're gonna fucking hate it and love it at the same time.
Patrick, you've always been a great friend. Happy I was present for your 30th birthday. Hope you have 30 more.
Happy birthday!
Hello, Patrick. You're now old. We're on 30 Club. I'm still bigger than you, not taller.
Happy birthday.
Shut up.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Hey Patrick, I just want to say you're a fucking asshole and no one likes you.
That's not true. Nobody likes James. Is what we
Come on, James.
Wait, for who? Patrick? Oh, fuck that guy. What? I'm just kidding. Love you, Patrick. Happy birthday.
Hey, great speech, man. Like, very well done. Very well done. You're not a writer for nothing. Congratulations. Happy birthday, buddy.
All right, Patrick. You, sir, are a gentleman. You're a scholar. You are an amazing man. You've attracted amazing people into your life, and that's no accident. It is because you are on a great path to doing great things for this world. Keep it up. I think you're gonna blow everybody away. You've only hit 30, and I think in 30 more years, you are going to set new standards for everybody. Happy birthday, Patrick.